You have one unheard message.
Okay, it's 3 a.m. My shoes are gone. Was there, and my Uber rating is definitely a 0. You are not ready for this story.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of It Is Always Something with Davis Rowe. I'm your host, Davis Rowe. I literally just changed outfits in the bathroom and then sat back down. I was literally just here filming the episode with my mom. That was seriously such a fun episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think it really showed another side to all the craziness. It showed just the, I would say the normal, but that definitely was not a normal episode. Yeah, not a normal family either. Not a normal mom. Yeah, no, nothing about it was normal. But super fun, super exciting. I would love to be debriefing Parents Weekend with you guys right now because that's currently the weekend that's going on. Literally all my friends are drinking, pre-gaming for a tailgate we have later. And I'm like, guys, I'm on the clock. I'm on the fucking clock, okay? Like I have business to do, business deals to be done, business to be heard. I feel like this is the time where people like comment or like, why are we giving a microphone and a podcast to everyone these days? And to that I say, honestly, yeah, I was literally doing this last episode with my mom and like, I like to make it feel, or I'm starting to realize, I like to make it feel very just like natural, I don't want it to feel like there's a microphone there or anything. I want it to just feel like I'm actually just having a conversation with my mom. And in that same breath, if I was doing that, I'd like be on my phone. So I was like, literally texting my friends kind of mid-episode. I'm like, if my producer, if Cassie was here, she'd like slap me across the face. But I feel like it was more casual, and like I have duties to be had. My friends need to answer no when I'm coming to the pregame. They need to know like when the tequila shot needs to be poured upon entry. Exactly. But seriously, I have been, as I just said, really trying to find the balance of work and life. Hold on, sorry. I'm getting a text. Give me a second, guys. I'm starting the timer because, again, I'm on the fucking clock. And it's been weird. I'm a full-time student, and I feel like I have 2 jobs because I obviously have my social media job, or my TikTok job, I'd call it. Calling it a TikTok job feels a little, like, stupid. But I have, like, that job, so I have, like, a team for that. Like, I have my manager and then her assistant who are, like, texting me every day, like, giving me the brief of, like, when brand deals need to be submitted, the brand deals that are reaching out, upcoming events I have, keeping that all in track. And then I also have to film an episode every single week for the podcast. So then I'm dealing with that team, which again, like as I'm not complaining right now. I'm just kind of letting you guys know the situation because this is like one of the most awesome positions to be in. Like I love that I'm busy. I love being busy, especially the fact that like I'm busy with like having a podcast and like a social media team for my TikTok is everything I could have ever dreamed of. But I'm also a full-time student who had my fund freshman, sophomore, and junior year. Now it's senior year, and there's a lot of classes that need to be done in order for me to graduate on time, and it's getting cut close. I had to drop my marketing minor. Is it a minor? I don't know. I was just business marketing. I don't think it was a minor. I was just like, business marketing. Now I'm just general business because I literally would not have graduated on time. I would have been a 5th year, and like I have places I gotta go when I graduate, and one of those is not another year at San Diego State. So I took a midterm. It's midterm week, or it was midterm week. I know, news to me. My manager was like, you could have let me know it was midterm week, because I was like, I'm sorry, I haven't been answering. Like, it's midterm week. I'm like, babe, I didn't know it was midterm week either. Like, I just found out. So it was news to me too. First 2 midterms went great. Studied, took some study pills, like felt great, was doing things, booming, moving through the motions. Then took my last final yesterday, which I studied the hardest for. My friends were literally laughing. If you're watching, you can see actually. This is my notebook I use for everything. These are like literally, guys, my friends were fucking laughing at me, mainly because it was so out of character of me to be like this scholarly. But like, guys, look at this. It's pages. I just skipped through like 6 pages right there. See? Pages on pages. It keeps going. On pages. On pages. On pages. On fucking pages. On pages. Guys, it keeps going. So what did I get on that test? What did I get on that test that I prepared this much for? You may be wondering. And it's not that like I'm stupid and didn't know how to study because I've been doing great on all my other tests. I got a 13 out of 50. what the actual fuck? Like, actually, what the fuck? So that's the last time I ever studied. I genuinely think I definitely would have done better if I didn't study or if I just seduced my professor. So next time, that's the plan. Emily just got back from tour. That was another exciting thing. I was like living alone for the first time, which I was like terrified about because Shawty was like, I'm going on tour for a month. And I'm like, wait, no, but you're my roommate. It's like she had a side quest really quick from being Davis Rose's roommate. And went on tour. And that was super fucking awesome. She's back now and just has been like in a constant state of music, has like a lot of inspiration flowing through. So it's just a constant in my house, which is honestly like really epic. Like I know some people wouldn't like something constantly going on, but me, like I love having something constantly going on. I love background noise. So that's been like really good. And that kind of got me starting to think about post-grad plans, living alone. I'm like, do I want to live alone when I graduate? Like, what's the deal? I tried to convince all of my friends to do like a content house in LA. Like, yes, and they quote, like a content house in LA. I was like, guys, because I don't know if you guys know this. I want to do an episode on this later. I'll have them come on and tell you because a bunch of my friends also do social media, but they also like doing social media comes with like understanding business. It really does. So I think that's something super cool about my friends is like they all understand the grind and the hustle. And I was like, guys, when we graduate, like, let's all move to LA. We could live in a house together and all just be like grinding in our separate industries. Cause like, yeah, they do social media, but it's like different. She does like workout content. Like it's like a gym girl. They both are participants of fanfics. Like, what would you call that? A member of fanfics, a fanfics model. I don't know. So yeah, we're all kind of doing the same vibe, just a little different. But I was like, let's all live in LA, keep the fun going post-grad. But I don't think I'll have enough money to live in LA because if I live in LA, I'm going to need a car. And I have this problem where I like to shop and eat food. And that doesn't come cheap, especially when it's like, you know, I don't look at the menu and I'm like, oh, like, I'll just get the appetizer. No, I'm like, I want the filet mignon, side of lobster, surf and turf, give it to me. Bitch, are you kidding? I wish, but I'm not. My bank account wishes too. Something else I've been trying to do is get my ex-boyfriend to come on the podcast. Guys, I was so close. Like, you don't understand. Like, he was about to come on the pod, and let me just tell you, it'd be the most fucking hilarious episode ever. I want to sit here on this couch and, like, give you the Tyler episode and, like, tell you all the tea and all the drama on the relationship because I know you guys have seen a fair share of clips about it. And a reason I want him to come on is because I want you to hear his side. I want you guys so badly to hear his side of all the drama because I just know you guys would absolutely fucking eat it up. Like you bitches would have a bib and a fork and a knife like in hand ready. I know, and I'd serve it on a fucking diamond platter. But he gets a little camera shy because you guys like to bully him. So what we're gonna do is we all need to encourage him. We need nice words and nice messages, and we need maybe a signed contract, maybe an NDA that you guys will not troll him because, you know, he's sensitive, okay? Another update is my hair and my filler. I guess we'll start with the hair. Why is it so hard to find a hairdresser who can actually do hair? Like, if you're Barbie, if you're like hair Barbie, you know, like Ken has like, there's Surf Ken, there's sure, hairdresser Ken, Chef Ken. Imagine being Chef Ken and not able to cook. Imagine being Chef Ken and not knowing how to boil water. That's like being my fucking hairdresser and you can't do hair. Like and I'm like, oh, you can't do hair. Like, guys, my hair all got fried off. I don't know if you can tell. I'm so fucking thankful that this camera doesn't see the back of my head. Look, like I don't even want to look. It's honestly brushed right now for once. See, like, guys, it's brutal. I woke up this morning, K-tip on the floor. My hair is just falling out. Like, my K-tips are just everywhere. I got new hair, and it just has not been going good in the fake hair department. So, but what else am I going to do? Not have fake hair? No. I don't have any hair. I need fake hair. But then fake hair just, like, isn't it either. So I'm thinking of pulling a Britney Spears moment and just shaving my fucking head. That's the point in case. Thank you. My filler. So I actually just, on my For You page last night, I was like 1 a.m. I'm like deep scrolling in bed on my For You page is some girl eating sushi, and she just got her lips done. And she's like, I'm going to skip the soy sauce even though I really want it because you can't have sodium when you get your lips done. They say like, don't smoke, don't do this, don't suck dick, don't whatever, don't exercise. Bitch, I did all fucking 5 the day I got my lips done. So maybe that's why my lips are botched. I don't know if my point in here about my lip filler was whether to complain about it being botched or whether to complain about like how I botched it, but I'm just going to do both. I just like, why would it affect eating sodium? Like, how would that make your filler migrate? Like, I just don't understand the math going on there. So a little upset about that because like, I'm not going to not vape or rip my bong or suck dick after getting my lips done. So I did that and now I'm botched. So that's my update. Speaking of Tyler, guys, and me trying to get him on the podcast, do you want to know what he did the other day? He calls me. Okay. Calls me. You're never going to guess what happened. I'm like, what? What happened? It's always something with him. You think it's always something with Davis Rowe? It's always something with fucking Tyler. Calls me, you're never going to guess what happened. I'm like, what? He's like, I finally got approved and got my first gig for this dog sitting app. He signed up for this dog sitting app called Rover. And like, you would submit like background information, like sources, like get a background check, have like other employers like recommend you, submit your dog walking experience, like maybe like your fucking veterinarian's license. Is that the verbiage of veterinarian? I don't know. I'm a vet. See, that's why we have editing and I can cut stuff out because I say things like that. But he calls me, tells me he got his first gig for this dog sitting app. Okay. Great. He's so fucking excited. Like, he's so excited. He's like, I'm going to pick it up. Like, I'm going to go pick up the dog in like 2 hours. Great. Hangs up the phone. Calls me back in 30 minutes. Dude, I'm freaking out. Like, I live in literally a frat house. Like, he lives in a house with like 6 guys. It's a mess, right? Like, it's always a shit show at that house. And he's like, it's Friday. There's literally going to be a pregame tonight. And I have this like woman's dog. Like, I have to walk it. I have to feed it. It has to like sleep with a roof over its head. I'm like, yeah. What did you think? Something he does is he doesn't really think ahead, which like, can I say I do as well? No. But man's fully like signed up to have this dog, then gets the dog and calls me in a panic. What do I do with this dog? What do I do? So he moved the dog in for the weekend into my fucking house. Moved the dog in. Emily calls me. Literally, she's like, get this mutt. No, I'm just kidding. It was a very nice, cute dog. It honestly was really cute. No offense to the owner, you know, it was a cute dog. But Emily's like, get this dog out of our house. Like, yeah, sure thing. Bitch literally snuggled in my bed with me all 3 nights. Like, I set up a towel because, yeah. Then, like, I'm, like, momming this dog, right? Like, I then, of course, have to become owner of this dog, which I knew when he called me, I got a dog. Bitch, I got a dog. It's like a parent, you know, when the kid, I got a dog. No, I got a dog. You know, like, you're not going to help out. We know, like, we can foresee that future for once. So I set up like a towel for the dog to lay on. All of a sudden it's like 2 a.m. It's like whining and scratching me. Do you need to go out? Like, what do you need? It wanted to come in the bed and snuggle with me. And then it like sprawled out, and me and this dog all night, I kid you not, are like fighting over the fucking blankets. Like, I like my beauty sleep. Like, that's also another reason. If you watched last week's episode, I talk about my mom and hookup culture. Another reason I don't like one night stands is because like I like my bed to myself. You know, like I like to sprawl out. I like to sleep with like my eye mask on. I like to, you know, just do the whole shebang, and another body, even if it's a dog, messes that up. I'm selfish. What can I say? Okay. The main point of today's episode and what we're really getting into is my management set up a little clip thing. Someone just texted me and said, just saw your mom walk by the hotel, felt like a celebrity sighting. I can't read, sorry. It's so funny. So my manager set up on this thing called SpeakPipe, where you guys were able to give me little voice messages of literally anything, like crazy. I think it said in the thing, like, submit your craziest ex story about like a boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. And I also sent it to my friends and was like, wait guys, if you have any crazy stories you want me to react to in the podcast, fill it out. I haven't listened to any of them from you guys, but who I have listened to is of some of my friends, the ones they submitted, because I'm like, what are they submitting? Like, do I know this? I don't know. I cheated and I peeked. And literally like half of them submitted funny things that I've done. I'm like, wait guys, could you not read? The prompt clearly says submit a funny story that you've done. So a bunch of these are just my friends calling me out. Like, one of my friends just texted me and goes, talk about your time out at space. So I'm supposed to be reading stories from my followers, and here I am talking about myself again. So on theme. But when I was at Space, which is a club in Miami, they don't fuck around with like kicking people out. Like they kick everyone out. Like I've been kicked out of Space like 5 times. Like it just happens. I've had so many friends be kicked out of Space. Like you fuck up, they kick you out. Or if you're under 21, they catch you with a drink, you're kicked out. I had made friends with them on the way in. I mean, at this point, they know me. No, I'm just kidding. They don't, but they should. I'd made friends with the girl on the way in because I let her hit my dab pen. I was like, girl, like, take a hit. And she smoked it, and we were like vibing and talking, and then I go into Space, and then I was a menace that night, so I got kicked out for being too drunk. But I didn't get kicked out. They gave me a timeout, which is like just not something that happens. So they gave me a water and made me sit on the curb of 11, set a timer for 15 minutes, and they literally, end a quote, they're like, we're giving you a Space timeout. So that was a funny story because I literally don't think that ever has happened to someone else. Like a Space timeout. What do you mean? Let's get into the funny stories and let's get into my reactions. So this first one is from Anonymous.
So I am totally high right now and I never smoke weed. But
period.
When I got back to college from study abroad, I broke no contact with my ex, and he was, like, for reference, he was insane, like physically, mentally abusive, everything. So I got back from study abroad and I purposely broke no contact with him because I wanted to like break his heart back. Well, 2 days after I break no contact, I see him flirting with another girl, and obviously I'm pissed. So I go home and he starts calling my phone, no caller ID, so many times that my phone like disabled itself. So I drove to where he was and beat him up. I punched him at least 30 times and had him on the ground. And when I went to drive away, he already had 10 police cars there blocking off my car. So I snuck out of my car and ran behind the building and ran home. And I have not seen him since.
Wait, I'm so fucking floored. That went like 45 different directions. Like I didn't know where I thought it was going to go, but it just kept adding to the situation. First thing I'd say, I didn't know, my first initial thought, because I didn't know if it was going to be asking me for advice, asking me my opinion or what. First initial reaction, whenever I hear some girl just being like, and you know what, I could take my own advice. That's something we'll put out here because not like I'm one to be talking about situationships because we all know my deal. But my first always initial reaction is just like, would you want that to be the father of your kids? Like, really? Some man who's like no caller ID calling you like that's your future husband? Man needs to get a grip, and then maybe he can start trying to be future husband. But like, first step is get a grip, because what the fuck is that about? Second of all, I think it's so funny the dynamic of just like, obviously if roles were reversed in that story, things would be a lot different. And I mean, in terms of the end where she like beat the fuck out of him, because there's been so many times where I've like gotten mad at a man and just like socked him in the face. And I don't know. Part of me is like, fuck, whatever. But then all of me is like, wait, David's like, or wait, people in general, like you shouldn't hit people. Don't do that. But why do I think like beating the shit out of a man when it's deserved is iconic? And I hate to say that. I hate to say that because roles reverse, I agree, it'd be so fucking awful. And you know, maybe I honestly don't stand by that because I don't think we should hit people, but I woke up in Barcelona and found out my boyfriend had cheated on me or like had been getting with someone else and lying to me about it when we were like exclusive. And well, I didn't find out in the morning. I found out at night at a club, and I fully brutally attacked him. I'm also 5'4", you know? I'm like 100 pounds. T. And I feel like, you know, when I lay a punch, it just can't really hurt. So that's also something I think is really important to this statement, is just like, it's not like I'm actually like, you know, bruising him or anything. I think that is so funny that he broke your call or broke your phone by no caller IDing you so many times. Like, that is my next mission with a man. I didn't know phones could do that. I'm like, great, I'm gonna add that to the book. Like, love prank calling, but now I'm just gonna like disable his phone. I really like that. And also, it's a slippery slope when you try and do the thing of like, oh, I'm gonna make him love me so I can break his heart, because like, girl, been there. But it's just such a slippery slope because I feel like you always end up getting hurt in that situation. And it's like, obviously what's like the most baller thing you could do is just like forget this man, not break no contact, and just like leave him in the past. But what's the fun thing to do? And like what I do is like, honestly, do it again. Like, I want another story. Like, I want part 2. I want the series. That's crazy. How did you escape the cops? Like, that's my big question. Also, like, I don't know. I have so many questions. That story was all over the place and not what I was expecting. I think we need to have martinis and discuss this further because I like the way you think, Anonymous. Okay, next one is from another anonymous message. Actually, the title in the other one is anonymous, so I assume it just says, like, leave your name. So that person you just heard put anonymous. This person asked him to carpool to STI clinic. He said car full. So this should be a good story. Let's hear it.
Davis, I just have way too much to tell you, but pretty much.
Girl, tell me.
The guy I've been hanging out with the past weeks since we've been getting back to school, so like 3 weeks, 4 weeks now, pretty much had a girlfriend the whole time, had 10 other side chicks. He was also telling me he was wanting to take me out on a date Saturday. Pretty much I come back from the bar with his roommate, and I find out all this stuff. Then yesterday, I'm walking back from class. I have to walk past his house, to go home.
Yeah.
And I don't look in the windows. That's not my thing.
You should.
Yet. And
Yeah, exactly.
he is standing at the window, shirtless, flexing his arms at me. So that's my current dating life. Help.
Wait, I'm so fucking dead. That's like the most hilarious thing I've ever heard in my...
Way too much to tell.
That's so fucking hilarious. You guys always are like, I wish I have so much to tell you, bitch. Like, my DMs are open, you know? Also, a man lying is like a human breathing oxygen. So I'm not surprised he had 10 other hoes. But I think the important question here is, like, were you main hoe? Because that, I feel like, plays a factor. If you were main hoe and he had side hoes, it's like, as long as you're top hoe, I feel like that matters, you know? I want to hear more about you asking him to carpool to the STI clinic. Like, why have I never thought about that? Been like, yo, like, we should just carpool, you know? Usually it's because if I'm going to sleep with a man and, like, I don't know where he's been, I literally make him, like, print out and laminate his STD check. Well, not that I sleep around, but if I was to sleep around, I'd do that. I'd be like, do you have your documents? They'd be like, what? It's like, you know, when you show up for, like, gym class on the first day of school in 3rd grade, like, do you have your form, your papers? That's like me if I started to sleep around with STDs. Seriously, I'd be like, do you have your forms? Show me you're clean, you know? That is so funny. I wish I knew your name because, like, you just sound cool from that. Also can always appreciate walking by an ex-boyfriend's house. It's almost just like a rite of passage. Like, hence why it has passage in it. It's like the passage, you know? Like, it's the yellow brick road. At the end of the day, it's the yellow brick road walking by your ex's house. It's just like, come on. It's the end of the rainbow. It's the pot of gold. Okay. Bitch, shut up. Okay. This says Channing. She gave me her full fucking email. Okay. This girl's Sierra. Let's see what she has to say.
Okay, Davis, I only have 90 seconds, so bear with me. So basically, for my senior trip, me and a few friends got to
Wait, what? I did not know these had a time limit on them. Wait, guys, next time I'll make it longer. I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
The French class, so that was wasted fucking money, but I was so bad down there. I actually had so much fun. The best experience of my life. So pretty much, I had this roommate. I got there. She had been there for about a week or so. The whole room was trashed. Dirty food, dirty underwear, so fucking gross. No drawers left for me for my clothes. I was like, hey, like, I'm sorry, I need some room for my clothes, like, whatever. She told me to go fuck myself the first, like, 5 minutes being there. Didn't speak to me for the rest of the time. So, she made it clear that she does not go out. I was like, okay, that's fine, like, you don't have to go out, whatever. I go out with my friends one night. It's like 4 in the morning. We're about to leave to go somewhere else. And we walk out, and there's a stretcher, and there's a hospital, or a fucking ambulance. I'm like, damn, okay, that poor girl. It's my fucking roommate. So I tell the paramedics or whatever, they don't fucking speak our language. I'm like trying to translate French, and then mind you, I failed it, so I didn't know shit. She rises from the dead and yells, fuck you. I get home, mind you, there is a doll that looks like me under my fucking pillow. There is blood on her bed, and there's a note saying that she wishes I fucking killed myself. Mind you, I never talked to the girl.
Wait, yeah, I was literally just going to say that. I was literally just going to say, I think I missed the beginning of this story because, like, wait, what?
She came back the next day while I was in class, got all of her stuff and left. So that's my story.
Funny, my little just did a study program in the south of France, or like in Paris, actually. Not the south. Is Paris the fuck? I don't know. I just go. I don't really, fly the plane. I'm just on it, I don't know geography too well, but my little was just studying in Paris, and she did like the same thing, like took a French class and was just like hopping around with her friends. That is the craziest roommate story I think I've ever heard. A doll under your bed with like blood and killed. I'm so sorry. That's fucking insane. I have had my fair share of crazy roommates. I know I talked to you a little about like my abroad roommates because I as well had a random roommate abroad. She was a little strange, but definitely never had a doll that looked like me. That's so fucking creepy. Like, where'd she find the doll? Also, like, what did you do to her in your past life that she hates you so much? That's like so fucking crazy. But I'm yet to talk to you guys about my sophomore and junior living situations because I want to like add on to the mix of your story, Sierra, and tell you like my crazy roommate stories because although it's not like, again, a doll being like stabbed to death, but I think I have some pretty crazy unique stories. So like remind me to tell you guys those in another episode because that's definitely something I can get into. Like, why is it so hard to have like a good roommate experience? Like I talk to so many of my friends who go to even different schools and just like, there's always that one roommate. Like there's always that one roommate. Like why can't just people be normal? Like it's so easy, I feel like, to live with someone else. Like people act like it's the hardest thing ever. Oh, you really see another side of someone when you live with them. Yeah, but like what are you doing? Like switch spells in your room at 2 a.m.? Like what side do you really see of people that you don't see not living with them? Like what are you doing so weird in your own home that I don't see on the day-to-day? Let me know. I will let you know because I had a terrible experience junior year. But also junior year, I had a terrible roommate experience because my house flooded and I was living in Airbnbs and hotels all of junior year of college, which was like I should have been bawling, which we'll get into that in the episode when I talk about it. But yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you, Sierra. I wish you still had the doll. I'd like low-key keep that as a keepsake. I know, that's creepy. I don't know. Okay, next we have a message from Peyton. Let's see what she has to say.
So my ex-boyfriend started a fight with me over who I lost my virginity to when I was quite literally in high school and we did not know each other. And then he left me at the bar by myself alone with a dead phone. And I came out of the bathroom and no one was there. So I figured out how to get myself home. I wake up in the morning and he texted me that he was breaking up with me while he was already at the bar again with all of his friends. And then proceeded to not speak to me for the next 2.5 months until we are both at the same music festival. And he comes up to me because he sees me talking to one of my guy friends and he's like, let's talk. And I'm like, okay, what do you want? He goes, I just can't stand seeing you have fun with other people. It kills me.
Oh, classic.
I need you. I want you. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, hey, not right time, right place. Then he proceeds to text me like, I need to talk to you. Like, you have to come here. Come talk to me. So I come walk up to him. And he's like, I want to kill myself. Like, I hate my life. Like, without you, I
Why do they
can't
always
this.
do that?
And I was like, okay, I'd consider getting back together if you stop doing coke. And he said, okay, let's talk later.
No, I'm
And I
choosing
proceeded to
cocaine
text
over
me
you.
at 6 in the morning. Mind you, I'm asleep.
6 a.m., of course.
If you don't
Classic
want to speak to me
cocaine.
right now, I'll never talk to you ever again because he was quite literally coked out. I obviously was sleeping and didn't respond, and we have since never talked again.
You, first of all, like, leave. This might be a crazy statement. Leave drugs for the girls. Leave drugs for the girls. I think it's such an ick when a man does anything besides, like, drink and smoke weed. Like, even smoking weed, if he's doing it too much, I'm like, you're a bum. Get it together. I don't know. Leave that for me. Like, I can be high 24/7, but that's because I'm a princess. What's your excuse? You know? Also, when I'm listening to these, just like what I want to say is, again, like you're literally like, I feel like I left this voice message, you know? I've been there. I've done all of that. Like, literally same thing. Like, I've actually like been at a bar with my ex with a dead phone and he leaves me and then I like have to find out how to get home. Like, word for word, been there. And it's just like, ew. Like, actually, ew. Like, simply 3 fucking letters, 1 word. Ew. Like, next. Like, girls, we just don't have time for this. And I know I should take my own advice, but I just do it so I have, like, you know, content for you guys. You know, I really think about it in a business perspective when I'm having these situationship problems, you know? It's like, what can I report home? What can I report back to the team so that they can learn from my mistakes? You know, I'm just like the test bunny. I'm the guinea pig, the guinea rabbit. Like, I was going to say that, but I'm like, that's, like, not a word. Ew, move on. I think you should move on from this man. I think he has his fair share of problems. And I hate when the man or anyone pulls the like, oh, I'm going to do this to myself if you don't do that. get a fucking grip. I think that's been a common theme here. Men need to get a grip on something that isn't their fucking cock. I don't think we have time for these boys anymore. I think we need to move on to men. You know, like we're seniors and we're dealing with this shit. Seeing him in a bar and then he's talking to other girls. Like when we're post-grad, like we better not still be dealing with this. Like chat, are we still going to be dealing with this stuff post-grad? I know all of you post-grad are probably like, yep, men still suck and are like liars and do the whole shebang. But like seriously, like I'm so over these men acting like they're 15 years old. Like, back in the day at 20, like you were providing for a family of 5. Get it together. Okay, next. We're going to go rapid fire because I want to hear all of these, but.
Okay, so when I was living in my sorority house, me and my friends liked to steal stuff. And so we stole our friend's bag, if you know what I mean, and put it in our safe. And we had it for like months and we were going to sell it back to them. And then
What?
we had made everyone hate us because we'd run around naked, screaming at 1 and 2 a.m., blaring music, just, you know, trying to have fun and be normal college girls. So then
So
one of the
normal.
girls who didn't like us decided to get the house searched. So we all are woken up at 8 a.m. on a Saturday, made to go in the living room while they search what they say is everyone's rooms. They only searched our rooms and they found the safe, and we got brought in with like all of the advisors in the sorority. They're just screaming at us for making us open the safe. We're refusing, whatever. Eventually safe gets open and they're like, we're going to call the cops. You guys are going to jail. Your life's over. Da-da-da-da-da. They kick us out of the house. We still have to pay rent. And then the house mom took the bag before the advisors could give it to the cops and threw it away. And
Shut the fuck up.
And was like, yeah, I don't know where I found this. This was like random, and totally saved our asses. But we got kicked out of the house and had to secretly live in the dorms for 6 months.
What? Wait, that's crazy. That's fucking insane. I can never imagine, because that is so true. Like there are so many things like that that go down in sorority houses, and like imagine if they were to conduct a search. Like that'd be like have a lot of hoes, you know, kicked to the curb. And house mom saving your ass like that is fucking electric. Like what a fucking G. Bitch probably took a bump of the bag and then turned it in. Let's be real, right? No, I'm kidding. Wow. Yeah, that story kind of confused me, especially, you know, you went from like locking cocaine in a safe because you like to steal things to like being a normal college student and running around butt naked at 2 a.m., which, you know, I run around butt naked at 2 a.m., but I don't think other people are doing that. So me and you were one of the same. But normal college student, no, you're not bad, but neither am I. So twins. Okay, let's get into the next one. Okay, here's my friend Gabby, who again, like she just submitted funny things I've done. I'm like, babe, it's supposed to be about you. Let's just hear it. I only listened to one of them.
Hi, Davis. It's Beak. Take a wild guess who it is. My crazy story would definitely have to be your crash out this summer over. I'm not even gonna name drop him, but like your boyfriend from like fucking like a decade ago, and you blacked out, and me, Michael Tremmel, and Finn Bonner all had to deal with the blowback of it, and I've never seen someone crash out so bad about someone that they couldn't genuinely give less of a fuck about. That's why I love you.
So the end of that message, that's why it was so funny, because it's like, I'm not crashing out over like, I don't know, I was gonna say an ex-boyfriend, but it is an ex-boyfriend, but it's an ex-boyfriend from like actually 10 years ago, you know? So it's like, whatever. I see this boy, this is all through word of mouth. The crash out happened in the morning when I'm like, I can't believe you guys let this happen. And Gabby's like, David, you're like, you don't even care about this person. Like, why are you crashing out? And I'm like, good question, but like, it's always something with me. Like, I need to crash out. I thought she was going to talk about another time I crashed out when I was with her over the summer. And I'm like, babe, that's just a normal Tuesday. Like, that's not a crash out. That's literally just a normal Tuesday. But like, it's okay. And I had seen my ex-boyfriend at Wawa, and I was outrageously blacked out. People think, like, I like to drink and go out, sure, but I'm not aggressively blacked out, like, all the time. Like, that's, like, honestly, I would say, like, twice a month, you know? I was, like, beyond blacked out. Like, one of my probably top 10 worst blackouts. And I guess I saw him, and I guess I was, like, Like, I don't know. So I woke up in the morning and was like, I can't believe you guys like let that happen. I don't know, like didn't like shove me in a closet or like didn't let that happen. But then she's like, babe, why do you care that he saw you blacked out? Like, you're fine. And like, you didn't even say anything. And I'm like, yeah, that's the problem. Like, I dated this kid 10 years ago. I want to be like, how's your life been without me? You know, I wanted to like investigate him, ask him questions. Like, it's been like, okay, it hasn't been 10 years. People are going to clock me who know the relationship. It's been what, 4 years, 3 years? So it's like, there's a lot of things that happen. I wanted to catch up, get the tea, get the drama, you know? And no. I actually played hot seat for something with Dear Media a while ago and had to like either answer a question or text my ex. And it was like, text your first ex. Didn't answer the question, texted him, sends me a photo back of him in bed with some girl. Who's this girl? How do I know this girl? Because when I was dating him, it was his best friend's girlfriend. Sends me that selfie. I was like, do you also not realize like I don't shut the fuck up? Like, don't send me something if you don't want this happening. You know, like, why would he send me that? Because this is happening right now. You know, I'm in a microphone telling a camera with producers here about that. He's probably like, poor kid, you know, shit. Don't hate the messenger, right? Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, you know? Okay, let's get into this next one.
When we were younger and I saw Davis down a foot-long meatball sub, and I was like, how is
This is one of Gabby's favorite stories. She like one time passed me, it's like 2 a.m. and I went to Wawa and got a meatball sub and I'm like eating it because that's something people like don't realize about me is like, yeah, I'm tiny, but like I love to eat. Like, it's just genetics, the way okay, whatever. But like, I don't know why people always assume like I just have like, you know, a sushi roll. No, bitch, give me the fucking filet, give me the entree, give me 17 rolls. So one of the times she first met me, I was like downing a hoagie and she like makes it like it was this big thing. I'm like, I was just eating a sandwich. No, to her, it was like, that one time you were downing the meatball sub. Like, bitch, it was not that.
small child downing this humongous sandwich? Me and my boyfriend at the time were like, wow.
She can put it back.
Bitch is on another dimension.
Yeah, I know how to put things in my mouth.
One time, last year for New Year's, we were out literally at sea and we were on this floaty and Davis was like drunk as fuck and like whipped out her vagina and took her bottoms off.
Wait, what are we?
Just peed in the middle of the fucking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's, you know, that's okay. Next.
I don't know if you saw
Wait, I lied. You guys are my friends too. I called myself.
Fox News or anything that happened at UNC Wilmington, but I am Rock Girl. Yeah, I'm the one that painted on the Spirit Rock. Thank you very much. And yeah, I did get death threats. And yeah.
Okay, wait, I don't know what this is talking about, but I need to go investigate after this podcast. Honestly, knowing me, I'd go investigate right now. But you guys can wait. It's like the shit is rolling and the producer's sitting there, but it's fine. I don't know about that, but bitch, iconic. Getting death threats, iconic. Next.
So my junior year of high school, my Jew high school, I was dating an SAE
My Jew high school.
at Kansas State University.
SAE.
Obviously, so many red flags, but I went to his formal in the middle of Buttfuck, Oklahoma. Literally, while we were there was a tornado that shut down power to an entire town. But main part of the story is I DoorDashed something on his phone, and so my card information is on there. A couple weeks later, I'm at my high school state competition for swimming, and I find out that he has been spending all of my money. Mind you, I'm unemployed. I'm a 16-year-old, and I find out that he's been spending my money. And I'm like, hey, so you're actually a full-grown adult who gets J. Crew hauls from his grandma. Why the fuck do you need my money to buy yourself pizza? Break up with him because he also had threatened to punch me in the fucking head. And just so many red flags, right? And also he was really fucking ugly. And we had dated for a year and a half. Okay, flash forward to January. I'm in my senior year now, and I'm hanging out with my friends in school. I'm in French class. Find out that he still has my card information, never deleted it, and he was buying fucking Arby's. That was the most insulting part because what do you mean you were going?
Card should have said fraud. Card should have said fraud. Why didn't your card say fraud?
I'm in the middle of class and being like, hey, so actually, can you please leave me the fuck alone? And next time you
bye. I've stolen from my hookups multiple times. I'm leaving in the morning and I want Starbucks on the way home and I grab a 20 from the wallet. It happens and it should be normalized. Stealing from your hookups, normalize stealing from your hookups. It's 2025, come on. I actually got a text the other day from one of my friends being just heard the craziest Davis Rowe rumor. And I go, what? She texts me and she says, I just heard the craziest Davis Rowe rumor at a bar. What is it? OMG. You stole your boyfriend or some guy's phone while he was sleeping and bought a bunch of stuff with his credit card from Revolve. I'm crying. I said OMG. I go, I've heard this one before. That's actually about my first boyfriend, like the one we just talked about earlier. And I didn't do that, but I wish I did. Like, that'd be so iconic. And that's fucking standard. You know, someone's like, oh my God, he brought me flowers. And people are like, that's bare minimum. Me stealing his credit card and buying a bunch of stuff for myself on Revolve, bare minimum. Are you kidding me? Like, bruh, I'm over it. So that was a rumor that I didn't know either. And I'm like, fuck, I wish I did that. But that now gives me insight of ways I can, do better with my next hookup or one night stand or boyfriend. Make sure you're using all your resources. Maybe even give yourself a follow on all platforms, a story and a Venmo. If the laws were up to me, they'd be a little different,
Okay, I'm really curious on your thoughts about SDSU, closing all of their frats and sororities. I don't even know if that's the right fucking word. I know it happened last year, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Is Greek life still a thing there? Any talk about your sorority? I know you already talked about it in a previous episode.
Dude, they shut down all Greek life. Trust me, if I make it in life and I'm rich, I'll buy back SAE. Mark my fucking words. Because my freshman year, San Diego State was so incredibly fun, just party, crazy, everything. And it just is shit now because there's no frats. So it's just shit for the freshmen and sophomores. It's just an entirely different school than it used to be, and it's so incredibly sad. So that's my take.
Hi, Davis. I need to know what the fuck happened between you and Ainsley Smith. I'm just really curious, and I know you guys are really close, and I just want to know what happened.
I'm dead. So this girl, senior year of high school, was my best fucking friend. And then we stopped being friends, really sudden, really abruptly. We were best friends for over a year, because we started hanging out when I moved to Florida. So I only lived there for 2 years at that point, or at the point of the story. And for a year and a half of it, we were best fucking friends. Would sleep in my house every night, a big spoon, little spoon, best friends, And then we just would never, and also we'd never get in any fights. Wouldn't fight, perfect friendship, obsessed with each other, glued at the hip. And then that stopped being friends overnight, and everyone wants to know why. And I think that can be an episode for another day. But honestly,
this one time at a party at a Tiki Tuesday, I saw Davis jerking my friend off on the side of the house after she was bawling her eyes out, and then flashed us in the same night.
These stories aren't supposed to be about me, guys. Okay? These stories are not supposed to be about me, friends. He's talking about one night I was really blacked out, and I guess I flashed some people. It's what I was getting. I know. Were you guys picking that up too? I kind of picked that up. And then I hooked up with this kid to later find out I was only a sophomore and I was a junior. I was only a junior. Sophomore, maybe. To later find out kid was a freshman. Yeah, and what did I do with this kid? I took him to the side of the SAE house and gave him a little hand job. What? Actually what? I don't know. Best day of that freshman's life. Definitely got beat in pledging, though, a little bit harder the next day.
Last week, my boyfriend broke up with me, and instead of being sad about it, I went to a festival, did drugs, and then had a threesome. So let's just say I'm over the breakup.
Dude, I don't know if you want me to say your name, but this is actually one of my good friends, and that actually just made me so fucking excited. I love you. You're the coolest fucking fucker ever. This man actually is you should have left a long time ago. We'll just say that. The trash has been taken out so fucking long ago. We're on to recycling, and it's just as reduce, reuse, recycle, in that equation. You don't stay with recycling. You reduce, reuse, and recycle. So we're in the stage of, I'm so glad this man is no longer in your life. He fucking blows dick. And I'm so happy you had a fun weekend. It looked like you had a fun weekend. You looked fucking hot doing it. And take that as a note, girls. If you're having a bad day, just go to a music festival with your friends and have a threesome, because that made her feel better. So, could work for you too.
Okay, I don't think this is crazy. I'm sure you're gonna get crazier stories, but I think mine's definitely
don't dim your sparkle.
Just what the fuck. One time I was quote unquote dating this guy. We only dated for 3 months. I met him in like the Dominican, and like we hooked up. We spent the entire trip together, whatever. His family flies me out to Canada, and we're hanging out, whatever. And mind you, this is all in the span of like 3 months. And one day he like texted me and he was like, "Hey, can I like tell you like my like fetish?" And I was like, "Okay, like I'm thinking
I'm scared.
it's gonna be like something super hot, something about like sexy, so that I'm like I could be down with, No, this man proceeds to tell me that his fetish is, I guess it's called a foodie. I was like, what the fuck is that? But
Is he gonna feed you?
apparently it's where the girl gets fat, and he likes
I'm in.
fat
Send me in my
girls.
way.
And like I don't like, I'm trying to say it with like
Yeah,
the
not being mean. You're not being
nicest
mean.
way,
Don't
but, like,
worry.
it's essentially where he was like, I want you to eat, I want you to get fat. Like that was his fetish, and I was like,
And that's
okay,
funny that his fetish
what
isn't
the
like
fuck?
fat
I've never
girls. His
told
fetish is
anyone
like
this, like,
making girls
ever in my
fat. That's
entire
kind of
life.
interesting.
But I was like, if I have to tell my story, I wanted to do this show to
Wait,
yeah,
I
so
love you. You're fucking epic. I'm glad to be the one to tell your story about your man who loves making people fat. That's crazy. I mean, have a lot of pros and a lot of cons, I think you should totally use it wisely. Like make him kind of think he's doing the job, but in reality, like he's just feeding you dinner every night and doesn't know it. You know what I'm saying? Like be like, "Oh my God, I just ate 45 other meals today. Like you're gonna feed me again." But in reality, like you just had a small breakfast. Work smarter, not harder.
Hey, Davis, I'm literally obsessed with you.
Love you.
Obsessed with your podcast.
Thank you. She's obsessed with you too.
So
Oh my God.
this story, I'm gonna combine 2 and 1 and try to
Okay.
make it go fast. But basically, when I was like a freshman, my best friend and I, we were instigators, and in a really chill, nonchalant way, this like we kind of like eeny meeny miny mowed the guys we didn't fuck with and picked one, and we were like, he is a product of incest. We spread that rumor.
Yes, love it.
Yeah, but it was deserved. Anyways, fast forward.
Duh.
Oh, and it really caught on.
If it's
Like,
a man, it's
people,
always
like,
deserved.
Really,
Ooh, love.
really believed that. And then senior year, it turns out he actually is taking one of my best friends to prom.
Oh, I guess he
So
actually
he's pulling
was
up to
like
all the same
fucking his
functions as me all of
cousin.
a sudden.
Okay.
And I go to this like party that my friend was having. I was still trying to find a prom date, and I find out that this guy that I really wanted to go with did not really want to ride this ride. Like he was not down for that. So I was blackout, mix my alcohols, find this incest guy.
Find this
Not
incest
only
guy.
tell him that I started this,
What?
proceed to recite the entire rosary with him in the corner of the party. I am not Catholic. I do not know the rosary, so I don't know what I said. Don't know who I heck.
I'm so dead, but at least now karma can't bite you in the ass because like you ate karma up. Like you were like, "Karma, I'm not gonna let you do your job because I'm just gonna admit it." So honestly, you fucking ate. And if it was deserved, it's deserved. And that's kind of fucking iconic because if it was deserved, the fact that you're able to look this man in the eyes and be like, "I'm the one who did that. I'm the one who caused all this fucking pain and suffering on you because what you did to me was so awful." He's just like, "Fuck you." And that's so great. It's almost like, you want them to know. Like if someone was to do something bad to me and I was to like turn them in, as much as you want to remain anonymous, at the same time, don't you want to be like, "I'm the one who fucking did that," so they fucking know, like you did that. Yeah, and don't forget it, So that way they can like rot in their cell with just like your face in their mind. I don't know. Maybe that's just like me, a freak. My friend posted something on her private story the other day about how these girls, she was sitting on the beach watching her boyfriend surf, and there was a bunch of girls sitting there, and they were all like, "Oh my God, he's so hot," fanning over him. And she posted and was like, "I'm so dead. Like, I want to clock these girls." And everyone was swiping up, she told me, being like, "That sucks. I'd be so pissed." I swiped up. I'm like, "I love this." Like, why wouldn't you? Like, wouldn't that make you feel good? And then and if it's a healthy relationship, especially, which hers is, you should also just have the mindset of being like, "Oh my God, like they think he's so hot and he's all mine. I got to go home with that tonight." Like, I love that. I don't know.
I just woke up and I'm trying to think of something I saw your post in your text, and you and I both know I could think of a million, but let's go with when my ex tried to convince me that 2 people in a loyal, healthy relationship could contract chlamydia. Mind you, neither of us had chlamydia, but I was just like, "Oh, I think we should get tested." Obviously, I was getting cheated on and didn't know it. My ex fully convinced me that chlamydia was something that could be contracted by 2 people in a relationship that don't cheat, to the point where I was telling people that.
Maddie,
we can
baby.
get chlamydia from cheating. So, I don't know. I think you could react to that, like me being convinced.
I love how she doesn't think like this is actually being like played out, like hence the beginning and hence being, "Oh, I think you could, babe. You're talking. Like it's literally, you know. Her ex sucks, guys. I'm having Maddie on to do a full episode on her ex-boyfriend. You think I have crazy ex-boyfriend drama? You think your ex is crazy? Wait till you fucking hear about this girl's ex. And you want to know the kicker? You want to know the kicker? He's ugly too. You're ugly and a dick. Babe, just give up. Literally just give up, you know? Wait, I really enjoyed doing that, and I hope you guys liked that little style of things because I would love to do more things like that. I would love to have one of you bitches sitting in this chair next to me, like telling your story and us talking. I'm so excited for the future of episodes we have coming up because, as I said in a recent episode, I don't know if you guys like fucking watch and take notes, but you should. But I'll just recap it. If you've already heard this, I'm sorry, but I have Vegas coming up for my senior trip. I'm going to Miami for the 3 Points Festival for Emily's birthday. Then it's Halloween weekend. This weekend is Parents Weekend, so a lot of good, exciting episodes in the books. And then also just some other things I want to come on here and talk about. Like I think I briefly mentioned I want to do an episode on my roommate horror stories because that is something you guys would get a kick out of. And then I also want to have a bunch of my friends on, I said, that being like Kayla and Gia to tell you about like their social media journey and like their business baddie experiences. I want to have Maddie on to talk about her fucking batshit insane ex-boyfriend because like you guys I bet could relate, sadly. Sadly, I bet some of you could relate. And you guys need to get the courage to leave like she did. So I want her to come and talk to you, but that's whatever besides the point. Thank you guys so much for watching. I tend to talk fast when I get excited, and I guess I'm just like in an excited mood today because it's Parents Weekend. We have so much coming up in October, but I need to like, I don't know, take a Xanax or just shut up for once. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me and watching this episode today. And I hope you have a martini in your future and maybe some dick. Love you guys. Bye.